One of the most frustrating things for me in my life is getting lost. I hate getting lost. It is so frustrating. I get so mad if I get lost. What's even worse is when you're with somebody who's driving that is lost and they don't know where they're going. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. Being lost has got to be one of the most frustrating things for me because I just think I'm just wasting time and I'm going to be late. So I cannot stand being late. Well, the Bible tells us in Psalms 23, the second part of verse 3 says, He guides me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake. What's interesting about that is that God will take us where we need to go. He's not lost. He's never lost. He doesn't get lost. It's us that oftentimes gets lost. Let's talk about this now in the context of sheep. When a shepherd was trying to find water for his sheep, especially where David was in the southern part of Israel, it's dry. It's hot, there's not a lot of water, especially if it's not the rainy season. A shepherd would literally have to take the flock of sheep down these huge ravines because oftentimes that's where the water would collect and it would stay. Sometimes there are even green pastures down at the bottom of these ravines, but it was dangerous. And we know that sheep are skittish, they get scared easily. And so the shepherd would meticulously carve this safe path all the way down to the bottom to take the sheep where they would be out of the sun. Oftentimes they could find water, and then oftentimes they would find green pastures down at the bottom as well. And the sheep are probably thinking, why are we going down these huge cliffs? And it probably didn't make sense to them. They were scared. But the shepherd knew the entire time where he was going and what was down at the bottom for them. It was nourishment, it was strength, it was refreshment. You know, the Bible says in Isaiah 55 that God's thoughts are not our thoughts, and His ways are not our ways. And so oftentimes the path that God takes us down or the path that He leads us to, it might not make sense to us, but He knows exactly what He's doing. He knows exactly where He wants us to go. He will lead us in the path of righteousness for His name's sake, or something that brings Him honor and Him glory. So if you're confused today, if you're not sure the path that God is taking you, maybe it doesn't make sense to you, maybe you're lost. Trust God that He's taking you down the right path and taking you in the right place, and He'll take you where He needs you to go.